Forms training video, we'll look at how to make a form into a quiz with the grading feature. First, it's important that when you're on Google Forms, you go ahead and you create your actual form before turning on grading in the settings. You can also activate this and work as you go as well. So to do this, you'll go to the settings, and it's important you check all of these settings. For an example, if you want to collect email addresses, if you want to restrict it to Oldham County people, limit people to how many responses, if they can edit it, if they can see results, all of those things are here within the settings. But what we're looking for is the quizzes. So we want to slide this on and make this a quiz. Something new this past year that Google came out with is called locked mode on Chromebooks, where when students or teachers take the quiz, they cannot get in any other tabs to look up answers or information while completing the quiz. And if so, it kicks them out and lets you know that someone tried to get out of it, and it will tell you who that is. And so I'm not going to turn that on, but to turn it on, you just check there. So a helpful tool. You can either think about, do you want their point values to be in their grade to be released to them as soon as they push that submit button for instant feedback, or do you want them to have it later emailed to them? And if so, you have to turn on the email collection. And then do you want them to see missed questions, correct answers, point values, all of that? I'm going to leave this checked on, and I'm going to leave immediate because I think it's important to give students that immediate feedback on their thinking. Also to see what their misconceptions were, and if you want them to have their point values, you can do that. So I'm going to keep that slid on. You can also change things like, thank you so much for taking this quiz. You can let them see their progress. In general, you can limit them, like I said, to one response. I don't want them to be able to edit their submission, so after they take the quiz, they take it. And I don't want them to see everyone else's responses as well. And so I'm going to leave that off. You can collect their email address if you want, but that just means that they have to be logged in. I'm going to uncheck this because I want to take the quiz on my phone to show you responses here in a little bit on a different account. So I'm going to uncheck that. If it's something for school, I would leave this checked on. And so it forces your students to make sure that they are logged in so that you can see who took the quiz as well. And there we go. And I'm going to click save. When I do that, now it gives me additional options when I click on the questions. So you'll see now when I click on the questions, there's something called an answer key. So for this question, I can click on answer key, and now I can change how many points. Maybe I want this to be worth 5 points. I can indicate what the correct answer is. So what is a life cycle? It's this one. And I can even add answer feedback, very helpful. And so if students get the incorrect answer, you can say something like, check out this video on life cycles. And you could come right here and you can insert a video or a link to let students view. And I would always check this ahead of time to make sure they're appropriate videos. But just for modeling, I'm going to show you how you can quickly either find one on YouTube, or you can put the URL in. Life cycles, I'm going to put for kids. I like to usually put those keywords behind it to make sure it's something appropriate. There we go. We'll use this one and say select, so that when students get it incorrect, it prompts them to go watch this video. And then for correct answers, I can say, great job, and save, or I could let them go and extend their learning on, so give them another video as well. And so you can see all of that now. And then for the next question, I can do the same thing. When I click on it, I can click answer key to activate that. I can make it worth a certain amount of points. I can check off, this is a checkbox one, so I could check off all of the answers that should be correct. And do this and say the same thing. Check out this website, maybe this time, or put an image in, steps of a life cycle. And I could insert the link by clicking here and pasting that link. Helpful website. And let's pretend like this was an actual site. And for correct, I can say great job and push save. And so now they would be directed to a website if so. Alrighty, and when I'm done, I click done. There we go. And so this has been a quick video on how to make a form into a quiz. Remember, you have to go to settings and then under settings, quizzes, and swipe that on and decide how you want your quiz to look. And then when you click that answer key button, when you have selected the question, it allows you to put in point values, the correct answer, as well as feedback for correct and incorrect answers. Thank you so much for watching.